Hi there, I'm Roben-Marie, and welcome to the 100-Day Project, mine being 100 Days of Anthropology Stories. This is the recap for week 6, and this is where I take anthropology catalog images and I create art pieces, mixed media pieces around them, and then write a little story that you can find on Instagram at Roben-Marie. So for this one, this is going to be, day 36. This was done on watercolor paper, and I just grabbed a piece of it and I tore it, and I added here, this is the image from the catalog. It was actually a pillow of a leaf, and then I cut it out to the shape of a leaf. And then I rubber stamped. This is from the Dream Thicket collection rubber stamp sheet available at Paper Bag Studios. It's by Kristen Peterson, and I stamped that with acrylic paint. So I love how kind of imperfect it is. And I did some jelly printing here on some paper with some stencils, and then stitched up an art pop card on it. So this is probably one of my favorites so far too. I'll add to the list of favorites. All right, this is going to be day 37, and day 37 is a Starbucks pastry bag. I'm really enjoying working with the pastry bags. The image here is of the bottom portion of an onion, 2 onions. And I did add a little bit of an art pop card up here at the top. It's still left open, and did just some random painting and marks and doodles, and I did use a stencil on this as well. So that one is week 36, but it is a bag. All right, day 38. Day 38 is another piece of watercolor paper, and it's hard to see on this one, but the image from the catalog is a piece of bark. And so the actual story around it has to do with the bark. And then I just drew some leaves on there. This is actually part of the catalog page 2, just random paper that I had. Did some stitching, some watercolor, some stenciling, just a bunch of random images. I really like this one as well. But that is the image from the catalog on that. Okay, so let's take a look at day 39. This is probably another one of my favorites. And the image is of this ivy right here crawling up this wall that was in the magazine or the catalog. And this one is just a bunch of pieces, lots of strips and pieces that I laid out and stitched on and glued on and then scribbled on. And then I cut out a small piece of a art pop card from In the Garden collection. And this one is actually, I did this on a tag, a square tag, and then added some other paper to it. So it kind of started out as a tag and then grew from there. But I would say this is also one of my favorites. This was a fun week for me. Okay, this is day 40, and this is actually, I had this in my stash. It's a file folder that I had collaged on both sides. So I cut it down a little bit, and mostly it was just random papers I glued down, added some paint, and then the image here is of this egg and some leaves or some feathers. And I did a lot of nature this week, it seems. So this one is day 40, and day 41 is another square image. This was actually torn from a piece that I had done with some paper, with a paper lunch bag, and I cut it up, added some watercolor paper to it, some art pop card pieces that I cut out, some stamping. This one's also from Dream Thicket collection, and then the image here is of a chair in the midst of some oak trees. And the story behind that is kind of a creepy one. Well, not really creepy, but you'll have to check out Instagram to see what the story is on that one. So, all right, so that is day 41. And the last day, day 42. This is also part of that brown bag that I did, is this piece right here. It's just a small square piece, and then I glued it down to some of my art pop cards and kind of layered them together and did some stitching. And then some stamps here. This is from the Mixed Media Essentials collection. And then the image is right here. It's just of these 3 bottles with some liquid in it that is on a windowsill. And so that one is the last one, and that's day 42. And also some watercolor paper in that. I really just have been grabbing whatever is on my table as I'm working, which just kind of makes it easy. I don't have to think too much. I just grab what's there and just create. So thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying the series as much as I'm enjoying putting it together. And this was the recap for week number 6 of the 100 Days of Anthropology Stories. Thanks a lot. Until next time. Bye-bye.